If you want to build a strong upper body, let me assure you, you are absolutely in the right place, because today, and you might be wondering how we can do this in only 20 minutes, but you're going to find out with this structure that that is all you need to build muscle. We are working the biceps, the triceps, the shoulders, the chest, and the back, and it's going to be amazing. This is a fun workout today, and the only thing you need will be your dumbbells. Optional, I do have my exercise bench out here today, and for our weight, we are going to be lifting heavy, moderately heavy, and a little bit lighter, because we are doing our own twist on the 6-12-25 method, which is amazing at helping build that muscular strength and definition. So with that, we're gonna start heavy with a shorter work time. Then we are going to lift moderately heavy for a more moderate work time. And then we're gonna really burn things up with a lighter weight, but a longer work time. So today, the structure is work for 40, heavy. Then we're gonna rest for 10, work for 50, rest for 10, work for 60, rest for 30. Each of these rounds is going to focus on a specific muscle group. We've got one kind of wild card in there that's gonna be like all over the place, which is gonna be amazing. And we got 6 of those. So that's what we're doing today. We're gonna get into our warm up. I hope I covered everything. One other piece of optional equipment that I didn't say, this is like if you are feeling big gulp beast mode, like big gulp, you know that like big huge drink that you can get? I don't know why I'm just thinking of that. If you're feeling like extra beast mode today, go ahead and add on your wrist weights as well. I am just feeling normal beast mode today. So I'm not gonna lie, this one scares me a little bit, but I love that because it's so fun to challenge ourselves and get strong this way. That's how we get strong, is stepping out of our comfort zone. So goodbye comfort zone, we will see you in a couple days after the muscle soreness goes away. Anywho, let's get into our warm up so we can get this started. Arm circles, let's take the arms out front and we're just gonna do circles, bringing those hands together, and then we're gonna take them out. Good, now reverse, out, nice big wide circles. And then we're gonna take the arms forward and back to tap. So we're gonna clasp those, or not clasp, but tap the fingers in front and then back. So front, back, just like that. Maybe you can't reach them in the back and that's totally fine, but I just want you to think about that nice big arch around. We're gonna grab our light dumbbells next. We've got 3 weighted exercises. Last 2 and 1. I'm using my 10 pounds to get warm today in our warm up. We're gonna do a narrow shoulder press first, so dumbbells down, starting at that low point, and here we go, press them up and down. Working at a moderate tempo. So the 6-12-25 method, the numbers that you're hearing, those are generally referred to as the reps, but because we follow a time-based structure today, we are all about that time. So it's not about the number of reps that you're getting in necessarily, but that you're working and lifting where you need to for those 3 sets in each round. Last one here. Now reverse grip row, bend it down, palms away, hinge it over, and let's row it up, squeeze, and down. Standing chest flies next. Take the time here to squeeze, wrap those shoulder blades around, feel it in the biceps as well with this reverse position. Last one. Now chest flies, bring it up, squeeze, and down. Now this first round, we are gonna be hitting the chest. So if you have your bench, you can use that. If not, you'll be on the mat. I'm gonna grab mine, last one. I'm grabbing mine. Again, we're starting heavy. We've got chest press, chest flies, and then a close grip, pin the dumbbells together, chest press. So those are our 3 exercises. Again, heavy, moderate to light. I'm gonna grab my weights and bring them on out here. If you wanna start your watch, I'm gonna use the traditional strength training on my Apple Watch today to help me track what we got. Grab your weights, grab your bench if you're using that, and let's get strong. All right, bringing it down. Remember that armpit egg from the very beginning. Squeeze those chest muscles. This is heavy, so take it slow and controlled. Using your breath as power, and we're off. Here we go. Drive those shoulder blades into the mat. Get a little arch through your spine here to help give that leverage through those shoulder blades all the way down. If you're on the bench, let those arms hang low. Get a stretch. Press up. If you're on the mat, let the back of your arm touch that mat before you hit that press again. And remember, 10 seconds goes by quick. That is only enough time to switch up your weight. We're gonna move to a moderately heavy weight for our next exercise, which will be chest flies. So something that's gonna challenge you for that full 50, but not be overly heavy. Last 2 and 1. Whew, here we go. Grabbing that more moderate weight now. This is gonna allow us to take a slightly quicker tempo as well with the moderate weight. So here we go. Chest flies open wide, squeeze it up. Same thing, driving those shoulder blades into the mat, thinking about your armpit egg, cracking that egg so you can squeeze deep into those chest muscles. Whew. I say this every time I feel like we have a 20-minute workout. I love 20-minute workouts. But listen, just because I love them doesn't mean they're easy. It's fun to take the hard road sometimes, because then you find out what you're capable of, and then you can see what you can really do. Whew. Last 3, 2, 1. All right, narrow or close grip chest press, but the focus here, pin the dumbbells together and squeeze them as you work. So here we go, down, squeeze those arms around your body, press up, press those dumbbells together. You feel that little extra press. Oh! Now this is lighter weight for this last round because we're working for 60. So along with that muscular definition, we've got some muscular endurance coming into play with this last round, and especially after 3 sets of chest focus, we gotta have that endurance. Keeping your wrist straight. Remember, squeeze those dumbbells together. That's a little added challenge that I want you to focus on. All the way down, all the way up. Almost there, then we get 30 seconds. Last 3, 2, 1. Nice. All right, grabbing those heavy weights for Arnold press. Bring it up, palms face you. We go in 3, 2, and 1. Nice, slow and controlled. Little bit of shake already. Keep those knees soft, hips tucked under. And let's just say maybe you do not have super heavy weights. That is okay. You can still use your moderately heavy weights on these sets. Just pick up your pace a little bit and then just really think about those muscles working. Okay, last 3, 2, 1. Front to lateral raise is next. I gotta pop over here and grab my 10 pounds. We're gonna lead with thumbs for both of them. So here we go. Lead it up, 50 seconds. Now, lead it up. Hold it for just a second at the top of the range. At the top of the rep, I should say. Well, I guess also you're the top of the range of the motion. Relaxing those shoulders though. Don't shrug the shoulders to get your weights up. I'm taking a staggered stance here to kind of bring my legs in a little bit more narrow, give me a little bit more room. You can definitely take a narrow stance if that feels comfortable to you, as long as you're keeping those hips tucked under and knees soft. Okay, light shoulder press next. In 3, 2, 10 seconds. I am keeping my 10 pounds for a light shoulder press. And remember on this one, work for that speed. Bring it up, and here we go. Press it for the full 60. And I just want to mention something, because the weight is always relative to you, even the day that you're training. Some days we feel better than others. Some days we can lift a little bit heavier than others. That is totally normal. But the other thing is, it's always relative to the exercise. So moderately heavy for my front and lateral lift was 10 pounds. Light for my shoulder press is 10 pounds. It's the same weight, different exercise, but just so you're not getting confused with, well, that's supposed to be moderate weight. I couldn't lift any heavier probably with my front lift. And if I'm trying to work speed, 15 pounds is gonna be too heavy for me to keep my form on a lighter shoulder press lift. And I know when you first begin strength training, that can seem overwhelming, and I just want to promise you that it does get easier because you'll get to know your body more and more with each session. Last 3, 2, 1. Nice, shoulder round is out. We are moving on to back round. And that's one thing too, just as I said, you will get to know your body more as you strength train. That is one amazing thing about strength training is you really get to know yourself. When you're in these sessions and when we are pushing and digging, you get to know how strong you really are. So that is another bonus. Okay. Row, wide row, and then scapular retractors. Those are our 3 exercises. So bent over row first, go in heavy. Where are we at? Here we are. 3 seconds, hinge it over, and let's begin. Row it up, squeeze, wrap those shoulder blades around your spine. All the way down, let the muscles stretch. Remember, nice and slow and controlled. Focusing on form. Think about those back muscles, hold it, squeeze it. Spine nice and long. Last 3, 2, we're going into wide rows. All right, here we go. Wide rows, a challenging exercise. So I am going back to my 10 pounds here. Hinge it over, and let's begin. Row it up, squeeze, hold it, and down. Spine nice and long. Squeezing belly button in towards your spine to keep that good form through your back. Keep that core tight. Oh my. Now with wide rows, it's a small muscle working, which is why moderately heavy for me is 10 pounds. You're gonna see when we hit those scapular retractors, I'm gonna go back up to 15 pounds for that lighter weight. So don't always get caught up by the number. It's more the feeling that you have. Last 3, 2, okay, scapular retractors. This is such a small move. You really gotta stay focused here. So hinge it over, back flat. Again, you're just thinking about wrapping around the shoulder blades. Here we go, wrap it, squeeze it, hold it, back down. Wrap, squeeze, hold. Oh my. Now this is so good for your posture right here. Don't rush too fast because I do want you to get that hold, but you can go right back into it. Let those arms hang low before you squeeze them up. Woo! It is my hamstrings that are getting me right now, to be honest, in this bent over position. Last 3, 2, 1. Okay, back, feeling it now. Now, this is our wild card round. Remember I said wild card where we got a little bit of everything. We have got push-ups, pull-over, and then we're gonna do rear delt flies. I'm gonna get my bench ready because I'm actually going to do pull-overs. I'm just gonna turn it around on my bench, but again, you don't have to use your bench. You can absolutely do them on the ground. But starting out with push-ups, now the heavier they are, the more you'll be on your toes. So 40 seconds, and here we go. That's when you have a body weight exercise, well, with push-ups. You can think heavier, you're on your toes. Then the lighter, you're on your knees. If you do them incline, you can do it that way. If you're on the wall, that's an option as well. So doing those push-ups on the wall, just walk your feet out a little bit, kind of a slight diagonal with your body. Either way, whatever option, squeezing through the legs, squeezing the glutes, belly button in towards your spine. Pull over next. Last one, and you got it. Breathe, pull over, moderately heavy this time. You can use 1 or 2 dumbbells. I'm gonna use 1. Bring it onto the mat or your bench, and here we go. Now, if you're on your bench, you get a little bit of a deeper range of motion, so use that there to your advantage. Pull and squeeze. If you are on the mat, tap the dumbbell on the ground and then pull back up, stopping those arms perpendicular to the ceiling. So don't pull them over too far. And allow your core and your abs to tighten up and help pull that weight back up. All right, we got time. One more. That countdown is here. Here's 3 and 1. Nice job. All right, we're going on rear delt flies. Light here. I'm gonna start with 5 and then see if I can add it because this is gonna be tough. Here we go. Rear delt flies. Lift and squeeze. Really squeeze, hold it. Now I went down to my 5s because that is really a lighter weight for me on rear delt flies, but I also want to keep up my speed, but I want to hold it at the top for a second. And now this is where I may be able to go up to 10s. I will say I could, but I want to practice that mind-muscle connection. And right here, I can feel it really working through the back. So again, this is a good opportunity for you to grow a little bit deeper into that feeling right there of that mind-muscle connection. That is huge. But it does take time and practice to feel that. Last 3 and 1. Nice job. All right, we are moving on. We're gonna hit the triceps next. So for this round, we have got dips, tricep overhead extension, and then skull crusher. So I'm gonna use my bench again for the dips and for the skull crushers. You can definitely do those on the mat though as well. I'm gonna move this over just a bit for a slightly different angle. Hopefully that'll be okay right there. All right, what are we doing? We've got dips. So here we go. Longer the legs, the heavier the weight. Here we go. Keeping that back nice and close. Fingers towards your heels, whether you are on your bench or the mat. If you are on the bench, try to keep those hips high. Bending only at the elbows. Drop it, press up. Press through the heels of your hands. And the longer your legs are, the straighter your legs are here, the heavier it will be. The closer you walk them in, you can think about that as slightly lighter weight. Tricep overhead extension next with, moderate weight. Last 3 and 1. All right, grabbing that weight. 5 seconds. All right, now the sweat is starting to pour into my eyes and it's burning. Here we go. All the way down, press and squeeze all the way up. Right here, squeeze your temples with your arms. Oh, shoot, I have to go down. Oh, it is burning. Press it up, exhale. All right, skull crushers, we'll move quick into it. Again, 1 or 2 dumbbells. If you have 1, hold on to the ends. Last 2. 1. Oh, I guess I'm gonna use this one. All right, skull crusher, bring it down, mat or bench. I meant to get 2, darn it. Okay, you're on the clock, so go ahead. 60 seconds has started, and here we go. Press, exhale. Now, if you have 2, you can get just a bit of a deeper range of motion. Exhale as you press those weights back up. Again, think about just bending at the elbows. So try not to let your shoulders fall back or forward. Exhale and press. We're gonna get 30 seconds after this. Last 3 and 1. Nice job. Oh my. Okay. We are on to biceps. We are hitting biceps now. We have got bicep curls, then we're gonna go into wide curls, then we're gonna go half hold hammer curls, where we're gonna work 30 seconds on one side and then 30 seconds on the other side with that half hold. We're getting ready, going heavy for biceps. I know the arms are absolutely burning, but this is it. 40 seconds of heavy, let's go. Squeeze it up, control it down. All the way down, let those arms hang, and then give it the old squeeze. There it is. I love this exercise. This is like the perfect exercise to really help you start making that mind-muscle connection and understand what that feels like. This one is just, because what you're gonna wanna do is you're hanging down, as you come up, think biceps, think squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And the way that I do that is I kind of take my arms and almost pull them into my body. Last 3, 2, 1. And that helps me to get that squeeze and make that mind-muscle connection. Wide curls now. Wide just means arms are gonna be out nice and wide, and we're gonna curl up. Here we go, 50 on. Curl it up. Relaxing the shoulders. Again, all the way down, squeeze all the way up. Oh my. Over halfway. We're getting ready for the last exercise here, which is that half hold hammer curl, lightweight. Last 3, 2, 1. All right, so one arm is gonna be held halfway at hammer, the other one down, and we'll just curl that one full. Here we go. So one arm at 90, 30 seconds on one, 30 seconds on the other. All the way down, all the way up. Oh my word. Biceps are, whew. Oh, this feels so good. I love it. We have almost made it 20 minutes. This workout itself was like 20 minutes, pretty much the working part. Last one here, switch it over, half and curl. So to get that full 20 minutes in, I'm telling you, you are gonna see the benefits. And you're gonna feel them like immediately after this. Not necessarily the muscle soreness, but just the stress relief that comes along with lifting heavy and finding out what you're capable of. Just that little extra motivation. Last 3, 2, and a 1. Oh my word, that was our no repeat upper body burnout session, and we did it. And we've got one, my eyes are burning too. We've got one workout to go, one challenge. That is our finisher, our abs finisher today. Just give a little bit of love to the abs, and then it'll just be all the upper body, just like, whoa! So, I love you. Thank you for being here. I will see you over at the abs. It is always so fun to get strong with you. You are the best.